game for you today. And look at this map. It's interesting, isn't it? This is called X Marks the Spot. It's some kind of modded map that the boys have found. And looks very interesting. Lots of deer over there. I would have expected the teams to pair off over into the corners. But it looks like they are on top of each other. We have Howdies playing over here in Siam. And DJ Awesome playing in the orange. On the west side of the map, we have Temporary back from hiatus. Good to see him again. Can't wait to see how he does. I hear that he did fantastic during this game. And Chap Daddy playing in the purple. I love this biome, this Halloween biome that we gotten to see. It looks like Chapman has done some kind of combination of modded map with Empire Wars. So with Empire Wars, you start off with significantly more resources. Interesting with the double mill. That's a little odd. It actually made it a little hard to cast this game because it just kept crashing. It did not like the combination of Empire Wars and modded map. But Howdy's coming through. First village. Sharing the gold with DJ Awesome. Just doing some scouting now. Very interesting map. It looks like these areas here are very high up. I don't know if I like that. It makes it a little hard to see down in the middle, down where we expect the action to be. But it looks like it will be very easy to wall up. Be there and there. You'd have a good half of the map to yourself. I suspect they'll probably wall there. And I don't think it'll be able to go for those deer. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. It says this game is 47 minutes. Forward Barbican for Howdies. Or at least Barbican on the front of his base. I would have loved to see it a little bit further forward. Just seeing as this whole valley here. That Barbican forward could have protected some more resources so you could get a forward TC down. But not bad spot. Defensive play. I don't think anybody's played this map before, so they're kind of playing it out as best they can. Let's see here. We are gonna ride along with Chap Daddy. Actually, I know that Howdies is pretty good about following his scout out across the map. I'll check up on something. Yeah, just riding along with Howdies, seeing how he really does keep a good eye on everything happening. See where DJ Awesome is. So he keeps his eyes pretty close to his own base. Same with Temporary. Formerly Not. Going for the Imperial Academy. I think that this will be a song opening for our China player over here. He's just gonna boom on up. And I don't know if Temporary knows that he's pretty safe over here. He can come out and collect these deer. Should be very good. He's already on farms. You know, try to delay that farm opening as long as you can. And those sheep are safe food. You got idle scouts. But, hey, gotta shake the rust off. Temporary has been on temporary hiatus. Hasn't had the chance to play with us recently. Took a nice little trip abroad. Glad to have him back. Queuing up a lot of Imperial officials. These guys are pretty expensive, but oh, maybe that's where he's trying to get. I see only 3 villagers on gold, but the rest of his economy is just booming. So maybe he is looking to end up collecting more gold off of these tax collectors, imperial officials. Looks like he's supervising the mill there. DJ Awesome, burrowing his way into the trees. So yeah, this front is very locked down. The Sultanati trade network is looking very good. I don't know. I don't see a trade. Oh, there's a trade post in the middle. That's interesting. Seeing as this is a team game, I do believe that they will end up trading with each other. So that Sultanati trade network will be fantastic for the Malian player as soon as it gets up. That's the thing. It's going to take some time to get up. And Temporary already out with a knight. Only one with a military out. Oh, he's got 3 knights. Yeah, only one with military. Oh, and Chap Daddy coming in with horsemen. And man, if they knew that this was up here, they could really mess up Howdees' day. But that Barbican and the Sultanati trade network is going to make it very hard to raid up in here. Man, it doesn't look like they're trying that hard. They're just chilling. They're just chilling. But yeah, all it takes is a little wall here, a little wall here, and that whole upper area is pretty safe. Get a second TC up there in your own time. But man, there is no military out for this Howdees DJ Awesome team. It looks like DJ Awesome's gonna come down with some barracks. He knows the horsemen are coming. He knows that they're coming. Let's see here. He sees the second TC. Sees the scouts coming in. But Chap Daddy, yeah, Chap Daddy sees that vill. He says, I want that vill. It's gonna be mine. I'm gonna burn down these cattle ranches, make it really difficult for you to get your cow boom up. Which is exactly what you should do when you're playing against Malians. If you let them cow boom, they're gonna become unstoppable. So, great play from the all-cav team right here. It's always an interesting thing to see horsemen come out when somebody's playing as the HRE, but they do get a very good armor upgrade with the mine work, palace. Makes some very tanky units all in general. Oh, and he's going to go for these cattle. See, the problem is, the moment that the cattle are dead, you have to collect all of that resource. All 500 there before you're able to get them back again. And actually, Howdees over here defending very well with those spearmen. Saved a ton of villagers from DJ Awesome. It would have been a real problem for him. Yep, just chasing these spearmen down. I want to see... Oh, Temporary heading back with the knights. You really could do some more raiding with those. Looks like... Well, not for long. Not with this many Donzo flooding out. So, Chap Daddy... So yeah, that's the thing. Scouting. Scouting's big. All 5 of those villagers could definitely have gone down with that horseman raid right there. But no, a good job getting in on the wood line. Scared DJ Awesome off of the wood. And it looks like he's picking up some idle time too. Forgetting that his villagers are still in the TC there. Let's see what else they're up to. Chap Daddy, 31 villagers. Just chilling. Ah, he's got him. He's got him. I shouldn't have doubted. I wish I could see the caster mode. It looks like Temporary with the best golden food income. Looking very good as the French. The French have a very good booming economy. A second TC would actually be really nice to see from him. Let's see what his current resources are. Oh my gosh. Yes, he should have taken some of those Woodvilles. Just send four Woodvilles over to Stone. Collect enough for a second TC so you can... Because the French produce villagers faster. So you can really get a big advantage over your opponent with just 2 TCs. Song Dynasty can kind of keep up with that. Molly and Calboom, yeah, it can definitely keep up with that. So, good across the board. Haven't seen anything wrong so far. Maybe a little over-invested in wood, but that just means he's building production. You know, he's just building production. Interested to see that Sultanati trade network come down and not see any trade come out yet. He does have a market. He's not producing any traders yet. That doesn't look like a far enough trade route in my opinion. Maybe they're wanting to come down and secure this corner before they invest in on that. And look at this. I am missing all the action. And with this many knights, those spearmen are not going to last very long. I do not like this fight for Howdies. Chat Daddy coming in with the men-at-arms as well. Easy cleanup for Knight Men-at-Arms Spearman combo. It looks like the Howdies team might be in trouble. See what they're gonna produce. I see Chat Daddy coming out with more Men-at-Arms. Temporary coming out with more Knights and adding in Spearmen, interestingly enough. And DJ Awesome going for the Donzo. Donzo will hold up very well against the Knights, but they won't do that well against these Men-at-Arms. Those Men-at-Arms are going to hard counter them. Looks like heavy Spearmen. Heavy Spearmen coming in from Howdies. I would have loved to see some Chukanu. Just to counter these archers and the Men-at-Arms. But I totally understand. You see that giant French Knight push? It's just scary. It's scary. And it looks like DJ Awesome has clicked one Knight, so they're trying to kill one Knight before they fight. And it's kind of nice to see the, like, it's useful to have the attack move, is what I was trying to say. It's very, very good to use that attack move. You can see how many of the Donzo that he's already lost. Man, he had 30 or something like that. Down to 17 very quickly. Yeah. A-okay to turn and fight these these Knights here. It's a little harder a fight when you get into these Men-at-Arms and the hardened Spearmen of the HRE, because they have more armor than your Spearmen. They have more armor than your Donzo. So, what might help with that? Either Javelin Throwers, or get yourself some Musafati Warriors. Those right there. Looks like Howdies is going for the Chukanu. More Imperial officials. I think that these have been... Oh no, he's just housed. I do believe there's a limit on the Imperial officials that you can get. Upgrading his units. Going for poison arrows. I don't see archers. Do I see archers? I don't see archers. But I do see Donzo. Or I do see Musafati warriors. So that'll be a good combo for combating against this Spearman Men-at-Arms push. And both players on this orange and cyan team have a counter for the Knights. So temporary might be good. Jumping over into those Arbala Trio. Those Arbala Trio would wreak havoc against all these Spearmen. Even just take these Knights and drive them back into that wood line again. Just so that this team up here is distracted. Chat Daddy's Men-at-Arms can murder some Spearmen. This looks like a bad fight for Chat Daddy, but honestly, I mean, it's just the mass. The numbers are the only thing keeping this army back. Temporary, also going for the man-at-arms. I want to keep an eye on Temporary, see what he's producing. So I think he saw all of those spears and probably asked Chap Daddy, all right, what counters spears? He goes, all right, man-at-arms, man-at-arms, and immediately starts popping them out. So I love to see that. Love to see that. Again, these spears are so far forward. They're slow units. There's a giant gap over here. I would love to see those knights diving into the back. I know that these spears are rallying here, but you've got enough knights. It'd cause some big damage. And it makes your opponent too afraid to leave his base. Well, we're seeing some archers finally making it through. Those poison arrows doing their damage. I will say, the French knights are just kind of ridiculous. They are way too heavy for anybody's own good. And it's good to see these guys fighting together. It looks like both armies are sticking in tight together. I know I struggle with that. I'm not the best teammate. I tend to branch off on my own, but I would love to see these men-at-arms just turn around and fight these Donzo. These knights can clear up the Rems. Knights can clear up the Rems easy. These men-at-arms would murder these Donzo. It looks like Howdy's coming in. Has what he needs. Chap Daddy trying to pull off the cheeky Wololo. Seeing if he can pick up all the spearmen at once. It looks like they're going to pull back to this TC. See if that extra arrow fire from the TC will be enough to quell this raging current of spearmen out here. Yeah, just let these men-at-arms fight. They've got this. It's those Chukunu that you want to loop around with those knights and kill in the back. And honestly, they'll be so distracted that they'll probably end up trying to chase you down. And your man-at-arms should be able to just massacre them in the back. You see, you started with 10 men-at-arms here, and you're down to 9. Like, they do so much damage against spearmen, and they take so little damage in return against these Chukunu and spearmen. Easily wiping out this army here. I'm curious. Yeah, he has... Temporary has his upgrades in as well. While Haldis does not. No +2. Having a bad day. But man, that whole giant mass of spearmen getting wiped. And here come the palace guards. Oh no, and the nest of bees. This is not going to look good for these men-at-arms. Now is when you want to swap back to the knights. You need some knights in here. Get rid of these palace guard. Get rid of the clock tower nest of bees. I wonder if he's supervising the clock tower. I want to see, just for propriety's sake. Just collecting taxes. Okay. Still going for the relics. Doing the usual HRE play. Yeah, that trade. It's time to pull the trade back. It's you're not going to be trading well anymore. 2 relics. Oh, well, didn't get one back. Does get the other. Does take out the nest of bees. I think he's going to take out the nest of bees, unless he turns around here. Good job, good job. Taking out the nest of bees first, then fighting the palace guards. The palace guards, if they really wanted to, could just run and let the nest of bees take you down. So that's a very smart play from Temporary. Temporary carrying some weight for his team over here. Chap Daddy going down with a third TC, has 3 relics in the Regnants, has a 4th relic picked up. Do I see a 5th? I know he really likes to place it in the towers. I would not be surprised if we see a forward tower or a castle. He just drops that relic straight into. Nice little dodge. And Musafati warriors coming in. These guys do really well against these men-at-arms, so I don't know how this fight's going to go. The sheer mass of units that we have here. More clock tower nest of bees. With these clock tower nest of bees, I think that this will be a wipe up for the cyan orange team. No, you got to get those archers in and firing. It looks like the palace guards are going to take it. It looks like the palace guards are A-okay. Yeah. You see how that guy is still losing health. If you micro these guys, just select all of them, take one shot on a man-at-arms, run away, take another shot, they'll die. What's crazy is all of those poisons now stack. So you give him a moment and he'll keel over dead. Pulling his archers back again. I'm wondering what's going on. Not helping his teammate. Gotta stick together in these situations, because that big mass makes a huge difference. I will say this TC is going to be very hard to take down. The HRE with their emergency repairs is really aggravating to take down any of their TCs or any building within range of a TC. You're going to need quite a few rams. Yep, and there they go. There they go. Temporary just spent a ton of food. Is he aging up? He is aging up. Okay. Going for the red palace over here on his exposed flank. I kind of like this. I love that the archers are just going to start swooping in from this side. Going to catch him unawares. But honestly, against this composition, those French knights would not be bad at all. Good job moving into the men-at-arms, but I think it's time to go back. Seems like Chap Daddy has the infantry move down. Coming up with the Springle. Good idea for these Clock Tower Nest of Bees, which I think you need... Oh, there they are. There they are. Is he making more? Yeah, you need at least 2. I think it's 3 for Clock Tower Nest of Bees. Because otherwise, you're still going to be taking damage. They're not careful. If these guys aren't careful. David coming down with the Fortress of the Fort of the Huntress up front, and I like this little wall there. Funnels everything in through the front. I don't know if he's got all of his gold his pit mines up. Hopefully he remedies that soon. Actually, it looks like DJ also may have lost all of his pit mines. Not a good feeling for the mines. Chap Daddy, going for the Earl's Back Palace. And this will really help lock down this front, as long as this TC stays up. I don't know if it's in range of that TC. If it's still going to be able to get emergency repairs after all this. That might be their undoing. If they can't get emergency repairs in anymore, they could be in trouble. But I think they'll be okay. Mangonels need to go ahead and fire off. Yeah, there they go. And then just send everything to get rid of these rams. It looks like the Clock Tower Nest of Bees is going to be taken care of. Interesting to see French go into archers. I mean, Knights Archers, great move. Men-at-Arms Archers, woo! You're not getting any bonuses there. And that's the thing, there's 4 Donzo on the field. The French Knights would be able to wipe that up very easily. Let's see here. I think he's in range. So what's interesting is that this Earl's Back Palace decreases the amount of damage that buildings around it takes. I'd almost love to see some stone walls. And going for another third TC, castle up top. I think it was a good idea when we thought that it would do something, but it turns out it's not really going to do anything up there. Mangonels need to fire, Mangonels need to fire, Mangonels need to fire, Mangonels need to fire. Oh, doing massive damage, but oh my gosh, painful to see. These Lange Connector just eating up these men-at-arms. The Donzo, they weren't paying attention, didn't take anybody out. Temporary micro base up on the front. These Lange Connector are about to eat these archers. Oh my gosh. Not paying attention again and losing almost everything. Good move by Chap Daddy. I know that he lost the army, but honestly, those Lange Connect are insane. Losing that. DJ Awesome losing that whole mass of archers that should have been able to deal with that very easily. I would also love to see a little wall over here, just to make sure that nobody's going to come in with a raiding party. You know that this eco's safe then. Keep funneling them down the middle where all of your defenses are. Look at that. They're going to eat through their gold mines before DJ Awesome gets his pit mines up. I don't know if it's maybe just a lapse in judgment. 18 Idlevilles there. Chap Daddy with 30 Idlevilles. Oh, guys, we're looking sloppy. 44 Idlevilles. 0 from Howdy's. Of course, of course. Mr. Perfect. And Temporary over here with only 2. Looking good, man. Chap Daddy is throwing down all the production that he can. He's hitting his late game now. Now, HRE have a lot of problems. They don't get near the credit that they deserve. They do have a lot of problems, but honestly, once they do hit that late game, they've got enough relics, enough passive gold. Their economy is scary, scary, scary. Howdy's going for the Ram Rush. All this wood he's taking out. Might want to get a new lumber camp. Increase the taxes coming in on it, but looking good. Tripling down on the stone. I wonder how much stone he has. See if he's maybe going for a wonder? Nope. Probably just going for a forward castle. Want to shore up their defenses, and this is what I was talking about. Here come the raids. Here come the Fire Lancers. And yeah, they see the opening, but well-placed Red Palace. I almost would have liked to see that Red Palace a little bit more further forward. Maybe here? To still be able to protect this gap, but also maybe take those deer. Yep, gonna come forward, deal with that. Howdy's sitting at his pop limit, so I'm gonna change so that I'm not constantly listening to that. Yeah, these Fire Lancers just getting free shots in. Area of effect damage. And looks like this eco up here. Just on idle. But looking good. Massive rams, massive nest of bees. Honestly, his teammate DJ Awesome just needs to max pop, and they could steamroll through their opponents here. I'm liking Chap Daddy's eco. I think the castle wasn't the best idea. Like, the range of the castle isn't what you'd think it is. I do like this tower just for vision, just to be able to see out there. Oh, and it gets an upgrade. Nice, very nice. So he could probably see these. Just know that they're coming, where they are, make sure he's not getting raided. Make sure that nobody's running around the other way. Let's see. Howdy's and DJ Awesome doing a great job at going out on the map to collect resources. I see Temporary out here also out in the middle of the map. Chap Daddy, I mean, besides his giant eco up here, there's not any gold, though. And I know he likes to rely on his passive gold. The HRE players always do. Damn. 1,000 gold a minute. That's really not bad. I wonder where it's all coming from. Is it all passive? That is crazy. That is crazy if that is all passive. And it looks like that Earl's back is gonna go down if the emergency repairs don't come in. I really hate this pathing for the knights. Oh wait, they're not trying to attack? What are going on with these horsemen? Attack, attack, attack. Yeah. You need to be panicking, buddy. Because that is enough rams to eat through the emergency repairs. Get rid of the rams now. It looks like it might survive. Ooh. Is it insufficient wood? Insufficient wood? Insufficient wood! Oh, go back to repairing. Go back to repair. Oh my gosh, and it survives! That is crazy! And honestly, now I would just repair with one vill until that emergency repairs comes back in. You wouldn't want to eat through all that wood. Holy cow, that was so close. So close. Looking good. It seems as though Temporary came in and took out all that massive nest of bees collection. A nest. Forward key. Oh, that right there is going to be a nightmare to deal with. Great Wall Gatehouse with that nest of bees in placement is absolutely insane. They are pushing forward. And I would see that Great Wall Gatehouse and turn around. So nope, not today. We're not going to be taking this today. See DJ Alsom coming out with his favorite, the Musafati Gunners. These guys, extra damage, going in and out of stealth. There we go. We see him in stealth. I wonder if... Oh yeah, chat did. He can't see those. That is so cool. That is so cool. Coming out with culverins. Very good idea for dealing with... Like, this infantry mass is going to have a really hard time getting through these. Musafati Gunners, nest of bees. Temporary needing to come forward, support his teammate. Turn down their audio for a moment, because those nest of bees are loud. Very loud. Oh, so much better. I know, once these Musafati Gunners start going off, it's going to get very loud in here. Culverin's going to go down. Yep, Musafati Gunners are just going to eat through this infantry mass. Oh, yeah, honestly, I think you need Mangonels and Trebs to get through this right now. And honestly, gunpowder of your own. Gunpowder of your own to deal with the Chinese. This is going to be very, very hard for the Chapter Temporary team over here. The French and HRE, they hit their power spike a little bit earlier in Castle. The Chinese are almost unstoppable in Imperial. And the way that DJ Awesome plays the Malians, once he's got them well established into the Imperial Age, you just see him spamming out Musafati Gunners, which are good almost all the time. It doesn't really matter what the matchup is. Musafati Gunners are great. Now I am wondering how long it takes these guys to realize that this is a completely open path. They can just run straight through here and mess up Chap Daddy's entire eco. It's not going to be a good day for Chap Daddy once they do realize that. More Musafati Gunners coming out. I do like to see this variety from Temporary. Usually it's a one unit mass with cannons in the back. You know, like a mullet. business in the front, party in the back. Usually knights and cannons, but today we're seeing the very interesting archer, men-at-arm, and knight combination. I will say, I think he spent a ton in upgrades, but it looks like it's working out for him. Yeah, and again, I would just love to see some walls up there. These castles are great, especially because the French get the production reimbursement from all of these castles. So, like as a French player, you really want to drop all your production around your castles and set up your production, say over here, to take a castle earlier on. I don't think it actually works with barracks though. Let's check. Influence. Archery range is stable. Yep. So it does not work with the barracks. We do see a raid coming through from Chap Daddy into DJ Awesome Zico, taking out How Deez's farms over here. And How Deez is getting the memo. Oh, nope, I'm going for the wall. You're not going to keep doing that to me because I know that once you get a good collection of knights into this backfield, you can eat apart that eco. Few knights over here could destroy all of these, and you really could just ignore these towers. Oh, and that's the thing. There are knights over here. Oh, How Deez sees his opening and is going to go for it. I'm sorry, Temporary. Temporary is going to go into How Deez. Oh, he's going to go for it. So I'd love to see just this mass of knights run straight into the back. Straight into the back. And then the men-at-arms and archers come and mop up this mess over here. And oh my gosh, How Deez is, feeding the villagers straight into Temporary's army. Doesn't realize this is over here and just spends a ton of wood. This is not going to look good. Oh, and they're still coming. He hasn't turned them back yet. He does not have the wood to replace them. He needs to cancel these farms. He needs to cancel these right now. His food eco is not looking good. How Deez down there with Temporary, lowest food eco. All of that should have been built back here, back in the safe part of your base. What you doing, How Deez? Oh, and How Deez coming in on Temporary's eco. Realizing what's going on, turns around very quickly. I would have still loved to just see those knights come forward. What are your current resources? What are your current resources at? Temporary sitting pretty. Definitely could throw away the knights. Throw them into the backfield. It makes Temporary have to address this somehow. And I'm willing to bet. Yeah, he's near pop cap. I would have said that he's probably pop capped and it's all up front. He has no way to deal with this. And he's just going to run into your Red Palace. And you keep over here, and the Red Palace is so good at ripping apart units with those crossbow bolts. Gatling gun, crossbow bolts, but here comes the killing blow. Chap Daddy now going to take over for Temporary. These Fire Lancers are not going to be able to cut it against the HRE. No upgrades on the towers yet. I think it's just pop space. Chap Daddy circling forward. Dealing with the army in the backfield. Temporary fighting How Deez in the front. Yeah, these archers, they're really not going to be able to do much now that it's Imperial. So I would love to see some, Arbilatrier. Arbilatrier or some gunpowder units. Gunpowder units are always good. I would love to see these Chap Daddy units. I think he saw the wood line. It would be so nice. He sees the lumber camp at the very least. Get in there. Kill some vills. Because otherwise, this is going to be an awful stalemate for you. What's going on over here? Maybe that's just the mini-map glitching. There it goes. There he goes. Yep. Now I'll start burning down towers. All those spearmen that don't do quite as well against the palace guards. Yep, burn down the towers. And Howdy's whole economy is in shambles. Running for his life. Getting all of the sacred sites. Very nice. I'm gonna make this a hard-fought battle. Gotta start burning these towers down. That's a lot of villagers hiding back there. Oh, and here comes the cavalry. Actually, here come the Donzo. I wonder if these are Landsknecht in here. These Landsknecht. Yeah, 3 Landsknecht. They might be able to do some massive damage against these Donzo. I don't know if Donzo are going to be able to hold up against this. These Man-at-Arms, Landsknecht, and Spearman combo, and they're not even attacking. They're not even throwing their spears. These Landsknecht and Men-at-Arms are just chewing through these Donzo. Much harder to deal with this than was expected. And another raid coming in over here. The Musafati Gunners wiping it up. Taking care of that part of the raid at the very least. But Chap Daddy's still in Howdy's base. Ruining his day. Coming in with the Grenadiers. Good move against this primarily infantry mass. It looks like he's going to take out quite a few farmers. Never ringing that town bell. Would have been nice to see him. Yep, and there it goes. So, into the Barbican, into the 2 TCs. Doing a lot of damage with this small mass of units. Would love to see that wood line get eaten up. And there it is. There's the counterattack. Oh! You're gonna take all of the sacred sites? Well, I guess I gotta raid your base and take it out. Looking very good. This green and purple team has done a great job in supporting each other, but it looks like these Musafati Gunners are going to be able to do some massive damage. I don't think the Chap Daddy's going to have this one without a Mangonel or 2, unless these Landsknecht. Ooh, these Landsknecht might do some massive damage too. They really do just die so quickly to these Musafati Gunners, though. And that's the thing, is your Man-at-Arms don't even last that long against these Musafati Gunners, and now he's got a Donzo front line, sacrificial meat front line. Oh, but the Musafati Gunners aren't even firing. Gosh, those massive 25 vills dying right there. And the Landsknechts are going to come in again and just eat up these Musafati Gunners again. Yeah, again, you gotta pay attention to them, or they'll just up and die against these Landsknecht. It really is easy, just attack, move, attack, move, attack, move. They would have been able to deal with that pretty easily, but and again, another expensive mass of gunners going down, not realizing they're just running straight for that sacred site. I will say this sacred site seems a bit easier to take. I think Howdy's is yep, he's massing up a little group over here. Could probably already deal with this. But it'll be interesting to see if they start throwing down some keeps over there in that corner. It looks like the game is about to... is starting to wind down. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. We're going to go double time here. While they mass up in the field. Taking down towers. Let's get taking out vision. Oof. Going for another forward TC. Where is that fight happening? There we go. Eco in the back. Perfect. Fight happening up front. Not realizing, not fighting at all, not turning around. Coming in with the Rams, expecting there to be a castle over here, and there is nothing over here. You really could have just come in and stood on that sacred site much earlier. Not lost all those gunners, not lost DJ Awesome's whole army over there. Yep, another one just getting swallowed. No damage done to Chap Daddy's army. It just eats the whole army. Temporary, doing a good job protecting his units. He knows he's got knights. These Donzo, he's got men at arms in the back. He can turn and fight those. Um, he needs to take those knights and just run them into a wood line somewhere. You know, 2 knights can take out a whole wood line if they're not paid attention to. With so many things going on the map, everybody just kind of struggling to make things as quickly as possible. DJ Awesome struggling with resources at the moment. Chap Daddy down to no gold whatsoever, though I do believe that his gold income is pretty crazy. Yeah, 2k gold per minute right now, so I don't think he cares that he doesn't have any gold. DJ Awesome, now the low man on the gold front, struggling. Pop capped, and now they're in his base. Now they're in his base, and Howdy says, I don't have anything to help you out, man. Yeah, we built this massive plug in the middle of the map, and they just ignored it. I have to say, great game, guys. Well played. Good to see you again, Temporary, and hope to see you again in the next one. All right. Love you guys. Bye.